Moving on to the back, we're starting off with our no guard all the way open, and we're creating our second guideline. We're then going to slightly close the lever midway and all the way close and attack that initial guideline. Now that we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our one guard all the way open and create our third guideline. We're then going to slightly close the lever midway and all the way close and attack that initial guideline. Now that we're done softening up the line with the one guard and using our lever, we can move on to the half guard and erase the line completely. As you can see, I'm matching the dark spots to the lighter spots with our corners and our lever. Now we're moving on to our clipper over comb method, and we're going to cut the calic down as much as possible and make it into the fade. This is going to help us smoothen up the ridge and blend in the bulk. Using our tool guard all the way open, we're going to go ahead and create our fourth guideline, and this is going to help us blend into the ridge and also the hair on top. Now we're using our clipper over comb method to remove the bulk and make it as smooth as possible. Keep in mind that we're picking up the hair with the comb and then cutting it with our cutting blade, either at horizontally, which is to remove bulk, or vertically, which is to blend. Moving on to his hairline, we're going to use our gold effects to make him as crispy as possible. We're also going to start off at the middle and work our way to the sides, and we're going to keep the corners as natural as possible. Make sure to go slow enough that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer, because if not, then you won't line them up properly and then the hair is going to shift. As you can see, the blend is starting to come together. We're going to add some extra detail near some dark areas with the one guard all the way open and our 1.5 guard. Now that we're done detailing the sides, we can move on to our shear work and create our first guideline through the top. We're then going to match this same guideline throughout the whole top of the capitus. When you're using your shear work, you want to stay as consistent as possible and keep your guidelines as straight as possible. Make sure not to pass your second knuckle with the cutting blade because you will cut yourself. It happened to me multiple times. Now we're going back to our clipper of a comb and we're going to make sure the fade is as smooth as possible, especially near the ridge area. Moving on to our Turkish Razor and Durber Premium blades, we're going to make them as crispy as possible. But before we do that, we're going to apply some shave gel so that the razor could glide better. Using the razor, you want to make sure you stretch the skin as much as possible with your opposite hand and also keep the razor at a 45-degree angle. This lowers the likelihood of you cutting someone. Again, I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, a comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to show some extra support and help the channel out, go ahead and leave a super thanks down below or follow my Instagram. What's going on, guys? FadeitLuie here, bringing you guys a brand new video. We're gonna be doing a high fade on my guys, so stay tuned. We started off by saturating the hair and combing everything in place, making sure that everything's nice and laid down. Then we switched over to our Go to FX and created our first guideline. You also want to make sure you always contour this guideline to the head shape so that the fade can flow better. Now that we're done bottoming them out, we can move on to our no guard all the way open and create our second guideline. You want to make this guideline around 1 inch thick so you can spread the blend. Now that guideline is set in, we can slightly close the lever midway and all the way close and attack that initial guideline. Don't be afraid to stretch the skin with your opposite hand to give you more room to blend, as you can see what I'm doing here. Since we're done erasing our initial guideline, we can move on to our 1 guard all the way open and create our third guideline. We're then going to use the comb to feed the hair into the clipper. Using this same guard, we're going to use the lever to soften up this line and get ready for the half guard. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe is greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want us to support the channel, go ahead and leave a super thanks down below or follow the Instagram. Now that we're done softening up the line with the 1 guard, we can move on to the half guard and erase the line completely. As you guys can see, we're using the half guard and its lever to erase the line completely, after we were done softening it up with the 1 guard. Now that we're done with our lower guards, we can move on to our 2 guard all the way open and create our 4th guideline. We're also going to use the comb to feed the hair into the clipper and flick out as much as possible. Once we're done setting in this line, we're then going to use the lever to soften up this line and get ready for the 1.5 guard. Now that we're done softening up the line, we can move on to the 1.5 guard and erase the line completely. Sometimes there's still a faint line after using your 1.5 guard, so switching over to your 1 guard all the way open and using its corners would definitely help. As you guys can see here, there's still a faint line, so I switched over to my 1 guard all the way open and used its corners. Now we're going to debulk the top with the 5 guard all the way open, and also we're going to go as slow as possible, making sure that the hair feeds into the teeth of the clipper. Now that we're done debulking the top, we can move on to our clipper over comb method and begin to blend into the parietal ridge. Using your horizontal cuts to debulk is very critical, and using your vertical cuts to blend is very critical. I'm also going back to my previous guards, like the 3 guard all the way open and the 2 guard all the way open, just so I could debulk and remove any weight lines I see. Now I'm detailing with my 1 guard all the way open and my no guard all the way open. With our 1 guard all the way closed, we're going to debulk the beard and make sure everything's nice and even. Now we're going to move on to sideburns and begin to blend them. I'm starting off with my no guard all the way open and creating my second guideline. Now I'm going to use my trimmers to line up the back of the beard and make it as crispy as possible. I'm also going slow to make sure that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer. Now we're going back to the fade and we're going to detail as much as possible near the parietal ridge. Now that we're done with the fade, we can move on to the front line and start off in the middle, working our way to the sides using our Gold FX. I always make sure I go slow enough that the hair feeds into the teeth of the trimmer, because if not, then the hair is going to shift and then you won't line them up properly. You always want to try and keep those corners and vertical bars as natural as possible. I don't like when people go too in and make them at a acute angle. After being very gentle on the mustache, we're moving on to the bottom of the beard, or we're going to make it as crispy as possible. I hope you guys are enjoying the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe. It's greatly appreciated. Also, if you guys want to support the channel, go ahead and leave a super thanks down below or follow the Instagram. Now that we're done with the fade, we can move on to the Turkish razor and Derby premium blades and make them as crispy as possible. But before we do that, we're going to apply some shave gel so that our blade can glide better. When you're using your razor, you always want to make sure you keep it at a 45-degree angle and stretch the skin as much as possible with your opposite hand. This lowers the likelihood of you cutting someone.